Well, hey there, American Farmsteadhers. This is Jenny with the Gramstead Family Farm.
And Donna with Hazel.
And we are coming to y'all from Northeast Florida as two American Farmsteadhers doing our best to grow our own food and share our homesteading experiences with you in hopes that you'll grow a little food of your own.
Yep. And this week we are reporting back to you as promised after Scrubfest 3.
Yes. And really, I think this Scrubfest was the best one yet.
I agree. It was so fun.
Yeah. I mean, they had just a really nice variety of speakers.
Yeah.
Usually it's a lot of, food foresty type stuff. But this time they mixed it up a little bit and they had a Florida bullfrog out there as a speaker who has a new book out called Survival Chickens, which I can really relate to the whole survival chicken idea because that's kind of how I treat my chickens.
Yeah, and that guy, man, he stayed busy talking to people all day long.
He did. He had, and it's normally David that has people standing there waiting for him all day long, but this time it was the Florida Bulldog guy, so... Bullfrog, not bulldog.
Yeah, I liked the premise that he had, and we baby our chickens. We've domesticated lines to the point of if they're not cooped, then they don't thrive. They can't survive.
Right.
If they're not fed grains heavily, then they can't survive. And he's right.
Right. Yeah,
he's right. So, it was cool to listen to him. It was a nice twist on the whole day. So.
It was, and we came home with some plants, of course. I got a loquat tree, which I'm super excited about. I already got that in the ground. It went in my garden.
Yeah.
And I got 2 elderberries.
You know that loquat can get big.
I know, but now I have the Prune a Little Fruit Tree book, which I've actually read more than half of it already.
For real.
And it's a good book. I actually already pruned my nectarine tree and my mulberry tree that's in the garden using those principles from that book, trying to get it to grow in the direction that you want it to grow in.
Right.
And it works.
Good.
Like the cuts that I made, they're actually doing what I wanted them to do.
Nice.
So,
Already. Sweet.
Yeah. So
I need to take care of some new trees also. So I need to revisit the book.
Yep. Summertime. To keep a fruit tree small, you prune in the summer when the growth is vigorous.
So it's too late for now.
It's a little too late right now.
Okay.
But there's also, I'm just now getting into the part of the book where it talks about fall and winter pruning and what place that has.
So I'll just start there.
Right. You can just start there.
Okay.
Yeah. I have some trees that I'll do this fall and winter too. So
okay.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Cool.
So yeah, maybe we can read the book and maybe we'll do a podcast episode on
that. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Then maybe we'll know what we're talking about. We really do just wing it a lot of times.
A lot of the times
on the
do.
farm. We're learning right alongside our listeners, and that's why we do what we do here on the podcast, is to let you guys know that some of this is trial and error, and we're learning along the way, just like you.
And sometimes it's okay to just go for it.
Yeah.
You'll learn something, even if you fail.
Right.
So yeah, Mark Bailey, he's always out at Scrubfest, and that's one smart dude. He's interesting to he can just talk and talk, and
plants.
he knows his stuff about his plants. So he usually talks about food forest type stuff out there. But when we were talking with him off to the side, he mentioned that he used to be really big into row cropping, and so I thought it would be fun to talk to him about row cropping one day too.
Well, that's kind of his job. So he's an extension agent,
right,
for IFAS in Marion County, and so that's his background. That's his job, is to work with the local farmers who are going to be row croppers,
right?
And but remember he spoke last year as well. And one of the things that he said that I don't know why I remember this, it stuck with me though, that he really was working to gear more of his agency, I guess, towards the homestead movement, because he sees an uptick in that in his county.
For it.
Yes, and he gets the questions.
Yep.
Because we always tell homesteaders, talk to your extension agent.
Right.
That's what they're there for. That's what your tax dollars are paying for.
Right.
And so he's seeing the uptick in it. And so he really wants to kind of go in that route a little bit more. And so his talk that he gave, we thought would be super beneficial to everybody to kind of go through. So it's at edible landscaping, right?
Yes, it was, I think they called it foodscaping your yard. Foodscaping your yard. And so, of course, everything that he talks about is geared toward Florida-friendly stuff, obviously, because we're in Florida. But I think that, it can apply to many zones. I mean, I think a lot of the things on his list, he even has some Zone 7, even Zone 6 is on there. Really, he's got stuff from 6 to 11 on there.
Right.
But yeah, foodscaping your yard. And so the number one principle of Florida-friendly landscaping is the right plant in the right place. And David kind of talked about this at the end of the day, like give it some good thought, give it a go, put the plant in the ground, and if worse comes to worse and it's not happy, just move it.
Right.
Like it's not the end of the world. Like
right.
It doesn't have to stay there forever.
I think he said something like, the plant police are not going to come get you. It's okay to dig it up and put it in a happier spot.
Right. And at one point, I think he even said something to the effect of, just plant the plant before you die.
Right. Right. Well, and that is something that, like, what he talked about was planting your food forest in a weekend, and he's working on this challenge through his group online. It's a subscriber-based challenge where and it has been going on for several weeks now, and here we are at the end of October, but it was to establish a food forest by Halloween. Right. And so it's like 4 weeks or 6 weeks. A short amount of time as far as trees go,
Right.
And so it's been that challenge to stop with the analysis paralysis.
Right.
And just do it.
Plant the plant before the roots grow through the container and it plants itself.
Right. I have a really cool thing happening in my garden where I planted a Barbados cherry tree that I haven't gotten any cherries off. I have decided it hates me, but I've since, like this summer, learned, so I have friends with the same trees and they're picking cherries. I'm like, what is the secret? What is the deal? What does it need? It's not happy. And they're like, ignore it. It's like, oh, okay. So I ignored it. I've got 2 of them, actually. I ignored them. But one of them, I have been meticulous about taking grass out of the garden.
Yeah.
And I just left this one little space alone. And marigolds volunteered there.
Okay.
And it has a huge patch of beautiful, bushy, vibrant marigolds surrounding this Barbados cherry tree. And I was like, how about that? And so it's like naturally mulched, right?
Right.
I've ignored it.
Right.
I have blossoms on it for the first time.
Right.
So,
well, then there you go.
There you go.
Because Mark and what was the lady's name who spoke with him? Was her name wasn't Karen.
No, is it Lindsay something?
Oh, I hate that I don't remember that.
I didn't write it down.
Because she was super knowledgeable too.
Yeah, she was.
But one thing that they talked about is that, right plant, right place, and plants suited for the right conditions will need less care and less maintenance to be productive.
Right.
So maybe now that you've got those conditions right, where you've got some natural mulch going around that tree and you've gotten the grass out of there.
Right.
Because grass will kill a tree.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was thinking I need to put compost on there and cardboard and, to keep the grass smothered out. But instead I pulled the grass out. I watered it well, and then I left it alone. Like my friend said, just ignore it. And here come the marigolds. And at first, I'm not good about telling. So marigold seedlings look a lot like a weed seedling that we have that comes up also. And I can't ever remember, is that a marigold that I should leave alone, or is it something I should pluck out? It's going to be a real nightmare.
Right.
And I just left it alone, and it turned out to be marigolds, thank God. But yeah, so I don't know that I'll get any cherries off of it this year. We probably have a frost or something before.
Probably.
But anyway.
But then there's hope for next year.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. So yeah.
Yep. Another big takeaway I had it was Amanda. That was her
Amanda,
name.
thank you.
Her name was Amanda, Mark and Amanda.
Yeah.
Another big takeaway I had from their talk that they did when they talked about establishment. You need to get your trees to establishment before you can really start to just let them go and they do their own thing. So their rule of thumb was for a solid year to be watering that tree, keeping the grass out from around it and water the tree for a year. Once you get to that year mark, it'll be established. And then at that point, you can really start to be on your low maintenance schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I've been trying to water my fruit trees now.
Now, we've had a really weird year with rain. Like, we had a summer drought, which is really unusual. You know, we usually have a spring drought, and we kind of had wetter weather in the spring.
And then we had a ton of rain.
And then we had Helene and Milton. And so, like, it's just, and then nothing since.
With nothing since.
It's been weird. It's been really weird. So, yeah, remembering to water those baby trees in is so, so important.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
So let's look at their list.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about some of the plants that he recommended. You talked about you bought a loquat.
I did. I bought a loquat because you speak so highly of your loquat tree.
So it is established. It was established when we got here. I should say that. But I don't do anything to it. Eric pruned the bottom part of it, which really aggravates me because I can't reach a lot of the fruit now. But it is a very tall tree.
It's a big tree.
Yeah, it's as tall as the house is. So, but it kind of works out for us because I can reach the lower fruits. The birds can have the top fruits.
It's a win-win.
Everybody's happy. Yeah.
Yeah. So loquat was on the list. Fig, which
yes,
I'm getting a lot of figs on my fig trees.
Can I tell you what I keep doing?
What?
Eating them like a day before they're ready.
I know.
Because I don't want to miss them.
I know. Every time I go in there, I'm like, are they ready? Are they ready?
Yeah.
No, and I have a lot that are not quite ripe yet. So
I keep eating
I'm watching them closely.
Like just a smidge underripe. I mean, the only problem is they're not as sweet as they will be when they're fully ripe. But yeah, I've got a couple of figs too.
Blueberries. Yep. I have high hopes for my blueberries this coming season because they did pretty well this past spring when they were fruiting. So I'm really hoping that I'll get more blueberries this year.
I moved all of my blueberry bushes that I had.
Did you?
Yeah, I had 4. And I moved them, and I have high hopes that they will like their place better now.
Okay.
And so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Their leaves look better because, again, I moved them, and I'm watering them. So they got new leaves, I know.
I mulched mine really, really, really heavy with a bunch of pine shavings. So I'm hoping that they'll like that acidity.
It's a good idea. So I've got some, we always talk about baby meat bird, brooder bedding. I've got that.
Yeah.
I think I'll use that.
Yep.
It's a good idea.
I have a bunch of pine because the electric company just installed power to my new neighbors. And so I scored on a couple of huge loads of mulch. So I still have a pretty big pile, but I'm still working on it.
Cool.
Passion fruit.
I've never grown passion fruit.
You know, I've only grown passion fruit once, and it was when my girls were really little. So this was probably like
in Texas?
16, 17 years ago. Okay. It was actually before we moved to Texas.
Oh, wow.
It was when we lived up on the west side of Jacksonville.
Okay.
And in our backyard, we built a bamboo teepee for them to play in, like a little playhouse. And I planted passion fruit all around the edge of the teepee. And that passion fruit covered the whole, it was beautiful.
I bet.
It was so cool.
They're such pretty flowers.
They're beautiful. And so my girls loved playing in that little passion fruit teepee.
And you haven't grown it since?
No.
Did you get fruit off of it?
No.
No.
Lots of flowers.
Lots of flowers, yeah.
Yep.
Passion fruit is one of those things that it's kind of subtropical, right? Mm-hmm. I believe. Let's check here.
It's 9B to 13.
Yeah.
Dang.
To like full on tropical.
Right. That's like full on tropical.
Yeah. So I have a new rule on my farm that if I have to like really baby it through our cold, hard freezes, I'm not buying it. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Mm-mm. So it'll live or it won't. And I don't know that passion fruit would live.
Yeah.
If I didn't baby it.
I don't know.
So
I have no idea. Persimmons.
Yeah. Yep.
Which, speaking of persimmons, we have the Persimmon Festival coming up.
We do.
It's this Sunday.
It is.
It's this Sunday.
The 3rd.
Yes.
Yep, November 3rd.
Eat Your Yard Jacks. We had Tim on before. A few episodes ago, we had Tim on. But yeah, the Persimmon Festival. So that should be fun.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
He's got a good lineup.
Yeah, we're going to come talk chickens. Come say hey
Yeah.
if you guys are around, and try some persimmon beer.
Yes.
I think that's super cool.
I can't wait to try the persimmon beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, if y'all want tickets, go to Eat Your Yard Jacks. I think it's .org.
.org.
Yep, eatyouryardjacks.org, and they have a link on there where you can buy tickets. And I think kids are free. So
10,
that's
10
cool.
and under with an adult ticket.
Okay.
It's free. Yep.
Good deal.
Yep.
Pineapple guava. Oh my gosh, pineapple guava. Okay.
Okay.
So how long have we had our pineapple guavas?
I think I just got mine last year from you.
Right.
As a cutting. So I didn't expect anything.
So I've had mine for 2 years.
Okay.
This will be going I've had mine for 2 years.
How big is yours?
Same size as when I bought it. It's probably about 3 feet tall, and it's.
I think my cutting that I got from you is 3 feet tall.
It's like a nice bush, you know, like a bushy shrub. And I mean, it looks great. It looks healthy. It's not really getting any big. It never blooms.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any blooms either.
But I did lose the strawberry guava.
I did too.
And so I only have one pineapple guava. I need to take more cuttings because I do know that you do need a pollinator. So, but you would think it would still bloom.
I would think it would at least bloom. It just
Right.
wouldn't
It wouldn't
pollinate.
fruit.
It wouldn't fruit.
Right.
Right. Maybe if you guys know something about that, my question is if you take cuttings from the one plant to make new plants, and so that's a clone
Right.
off of the parent plant, is that sufficient enough to be a different plant to cross-pollinate? Am I being too nerdy about thinking about that?
No, I have heard. Well, and I think that's why we had originally bought the strawberry guava
Right.
because at Scrubfest, you know, at Scrubland Farms Nursery, they told us it'll do better if you choose a different type of guava. So we got that strawberry one, and man, that thing got wiped out in the freeze. That was no joke.
Yeah, and I protected that. I babied it. And
I babied
I
mine
still
too.
lost it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the pineapple guava, I
thing's
didn't
hardy.
I didn't do anything to it last year, and
me
no,
either.
it looks great. It's just not doing anything for me yet.
Right.
So
Right. Rosemary is another thing that Mark and Amanda had on their list.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it makes a great, pretty little evergreen.
Right. Nice shrub. Edible, medicinal. Muscadine.
Oh, so I have muscadine that hasn't done anything, and then I bought some other kind of. It says non-muscadine,
Right. It was called
Grape.
Southern
something like that. Yeah.
Southern Homestead grape or
Home. Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
Something like that. I got it at Scrubfest. So if y'all are interested, go see Sam, make an appointment, get to his
Yes.
nursery, and he will sell you these grapes. So I was like, okay, I want to do this right, and tried to research them. And what I could find is that they are basically a muscadine, but
Okay.
but they have smaller, less seeds.
right.
So-
A smaller seed pod.
Right. So I don't know. I have really big hopes because Eric built me a whole grape trellis right in the middle of my garden for him. So I hope they do well.
Right.
So
Hopefully.
grapes is not something I've ever been successful with, except by accident. So it wasn't my doing.
I have grapes on my muscadine right now.
Do you?
A couple little clusters. I feel like it's taking them a really long time to ripen, though. So I'm not sure.
Because like where my guys hunt in South Carolina, it's past muscadine season.
Yeah, I don't know why they never ripened, but they're still on the plant. I check
they-
them all the time.
Are you sure they're a purple variety or are they the green variety?
Yes, I have already picked some. They are purple.
Okay. Well,
So I don't know.
Again, our weather's been weird this year. So maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah. So the plant looks great, but
Yeah.
mulberries on the list. We already talked about mulberry a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. We have talked about mulberries. And then Yopon hollies, your natural caffeine
Is that what that is? Mm-hmm. The leaves. So you can use the leaves for tea?
Yeah, I guess. So I'm not super familiar. I know that they do produce a berry, but I don't think you use the berries. I think you just use the leaves to make a tea with.
Yes. It says that the leaves are edible. That might be a fun addition then. I mean,
tea. Yeah, and it's your only natural North American native caffeinated plant. So you will find it. Like I've seen it in the local state park.
Okay.
I thought I should just take a clipping.
Right.
But I think that's frowned upon. I don't know. But yeah, I would love to have that added to my garden. Nice. I did have a green tea tree and I got rid of it.
Yes, I had a green tea also.
It wasn't growing much and it wasn't serving me.
No.
Like I wasn't picking from it.
Right. Yeah,
I pulled the whole thing out and fed it to the cows.
Yeah, I pulled mine out as well. But now, hindsight, I'm kind of thinking that I should have just mowed it down, which I did with my goji berries, and they look beautiful now. I saw.
Are you getting berries?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but they're growing, like the plant itself is growing back. And so it's probably only like 1.5 feet tall right now. Like I just noticed it the other day. I'm like, oh my gosh, those are the goji berries that I mowed down.
Oh, that's funny.
And the plant looks beautiful right now. And I mean, it's nice and full with foliage. It's nice and green. So I'm like, okay, goji berries.
Okay.
We'll give it another try.
Maybe they need a winter prune.
Right. A good mowing.
I mowed mine also, and then I covered them over with plastic. So I don't think they're coming back. They're going to stay under plastic for the whole winter. So
that's funny.
I think those are done.
That's funny.
So Scrubland Farms Nursery in Fort McCoy. If you guys are interested, make an appointment. They don't have open nursery hours anymore, but they are there and they're happy to meet you, but you just have to make an appointment.
Which, I mean, I think that's a fabulous way to do it because then you get one-on-one.
Yeah.
Somebody to walk you around the nursery and show you what everything is, answer all your questions.
They have beautiful plants, a beautiful setup.
They really do.
They're doing a really cool thing there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, if you're local to like north central Florida area, Ocala, check out Sam. All right. So what do you have going on your farm?
It's kind of a season of rest for us. Besides, I planted my new grapevines and we built that trellis. That's cool in the garden. I kind of have a new garden thing happening. I have fall cucumbers that are finishing. I've made a bunch of pickles.
Nice.
So I'll be pulling that stuff out and adding in some brassicas and carrot seeds and, stuff like that. So I have a little bit of both season, warm and cool, happening at the same time in that overlap period. And my in-ground garden, I've really taken a step back to, I like to grow a year's worth of onions. Not doing that this year.
Yeah.
I need to catch up. I had such a hard time after our busy spring. We've talked about that. And then summer too. I had a sick cow all summer. That was not just a sick cow. It was like she was on death's door all summer. It was so hard on us. And it just was busy.
Yeah.
Milking 4 cows all summer also.
So garden didn't happen.
Right. And so I feel like I need to take a step back and what can I reasonably do?
Yeah.
On the day-to-day, the week-to-week, the season-to-season basis. And so in doing that, I let some things go. So I will be buying a bunch of onions from the produce man, you know, and I'm going to be okay with that.
Right.
I have a basket full of potatoes on my back porch that I harvested at the end of season in spring that are sprouted. I'm going to go put those in the ground and whatever happens, happens.
Right.
I'm not going to beat myself up over it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm also not going to buy potatoes. I don't think. Anyways, so I have this new thing going on. And so I've covered over most of the in-ground portion of my garden and about 2/3 of it. And the last third is where my fruit trees are. And so those fruit trees are where I'm going to build out my food forest.
Yep.
Potatoes can go in the ground there.
Yep.
And maybe I'll get something from them. And if I don't, then oh well, it'll be biomatter.
Right.
I don't know.
Organic matter for the soil.
Yes, it'll be something. It'll be something. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then I'll be able to pull that plastic back a little at a time as I add stuff in, as I am able to get my hands on bulk mulch, you know. and then really just focused on my raised beds. And so I have 14 raised beds. They're 8x4 each. That's a lot of growing space. I mean,
it's a ton.
You know, when you look at square foot gardening and intensive planting,
that's a ton of space.
I've grown enough food for our family in that a couple of times over. So there's no reason that I need more space.
Right.
So that's kind of where my head is right now.
Yeah, I'm using less space in my garden right now too.
Yeah.
I've got all my raised beds full. I've got some stuff in the ground, but I'm not utilizing my in-ground space like I normally do either. So I'm kind of going with the raised bed thing right now just for something different. And I'm growing on my porch. My green stalk is looking good.
Right.
And then I have a whiskey barrel planter that has a bunch of brassicas in it right now. So, and that's on the porch because, I mean, really right now I don't need to grow a ton of food.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah. It's kind of a nice place to be in, to look at the reality of what you can do versus what you want to do.
Right.
You know, because I've said a million times, I'm the queen of I'm gonna.
Yeah.
And I do sometimes. And I think the ADD gets me too, like where I'm, you know, I like planning the thing more than I like doing the thing sometimes.
It's
and
very true. I'm like that too.
So I start doing the thing and then I'm like, oh, well, I rather do this other thing right now. I'm kind of bored with that. And not that gardening could ever be boring, but I get bored with the thing. So I turn my attention elsewhere, and I'm only really good at focusing on one thing at a time. I'm mediocre at focusing on multiple things at a time. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Mm-hmm. And it's okay.
It is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay not to do all the things. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm milking one cow right now.
That's amazing.
She's a super low producer. So I'm not selling any milk. Like I don't have it to sell to anybody. So, hey, if you're local and you're a milk customer, I'm sorry. It's just for us right now. And I'm liking that, like not dealing with customers.
Right. And for everything, there is a season. Like busy season will come back. There'll be plenty of milk to sell later.
Oh, yes. And really in this quiet time, I have a better grasp on what's needed to make things function well.
Yeah.
So that I'm not pulling my hair out when something else demands my attention. Mm-hmm. And so it's a good season for me right now.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I hope I can hang on to that when I'm milking all the cows again. Because I've made some really stupid plans for somebody who gets overwhelmed. But I think it's good. Like, it's good. It is good.
What are you thinking?
I know. I don't know what I'm thinking. But, you know, people ask me all the time, like, how many cows do you have? And it adjusts, it shifts, you know, because mamas have babies. And so we'll have babies for a while. And then we take babies to market or we sell them elsewhere. We take them to the butcher or whatever. Or I buy a new cow. And so it changes. And so when I stop to think about it, like, okay, so we're at 10 right now. Mm-hmm. And only 3 of those are not dairy cows. And I have one more coming who is a dairy cow. So that means I'm going to have 8 dairy cows.
Wow, that's a lot.
Like,
it's a lot of dairy cows.
What are you thinking? I don't know. I don't know. I love it though. And so for a long time I prayed that my job, I could have a job doing what I love to do, whether it be market gardening, a little tiny dairy. And so here we are.
Right.
So yeah, it's a lot of work with the cows when chores take 3 and 4 hours a day.
Right.
But that 3 or 4 hours a day in the barn or cleaning chickens or whatever beats the 9 to 5
in the
in
office.
town.
Yes.
Hands down every day.
Yeah.
It's for me.
Absolutely.
So that's where I'm at. So that's why I'm like, I know it's a good thing. It's just wrapping my head around the transition of this hobby or homestead thing to production.
Right.
So it's different, but it's good.
Yeah, it is good.
It is good. I'm happy for it.
It's good to grow.
Yeah. But quiet right now is great. Also. What about you? What's new on your farm?
Yeah, no, it's been slow on my farm too. Of course, we're growing out meat chickens right now for market. Those are almost done. I'll probably butcher those next weekend. And then we just sent a cow to the butcher, again, for the market.
Yeah.
And this particular steer that went was one of our miniature steers. He was almost 3 years old, and so he wasn't getting any bigger.
Right.
So it was like, all right, it's time. We'll send him. And I particularly really liked this steer because he was friendly, he was social, he was a good little cow, but it was his time. So I decided that I wanted to keep his hide because those miniatures, like, they have curly hair kind of, and they have like a shaggier, longer coat.
Fun.
And so, right, it is. And so he was all solid black, but he had long hair. So I thought, you know what? He's going to make a great rug. So
That's funny.
I went and picked up his hide yesterday and got it home from the butcher and got it all salted. It's folded up in the barn fridge. So I'm just letting it sit. And this go round, I am going to try something different because that's how I roll. And I always just
Because you got bored with the other way?
like
I'm
to
just
try
kidding.
new things. you
Right,
know?
exactly.
Like, try something different. Try it and see if it works better this way. So, like, the first rug that I ever did, I hand scraped, which was ridiculous. It took me like probably 20-something hours to flesh this hide. And so, oh no, I'm never doing that again. And so the second one that I did, I used a disc grinder.
Right.
And that worked really well. I mean, I had the whole thing fleshed probably in a couple hours. And so I liked that method. But I saw another method the other day, and I'm going to flesh this one with a really strong pressure washer.
Eric asks me all the time, why doesn't Jenny use a pressure washer?
Well, that's what I'm going to do with this one.
Okay.
And see how it works out. But I got to see if my neighbor will let me borrow his because mine won't get up to pressure. Like, I pulled it out the other day, and once again,
I leak somewhere.
I have broken machinery, the story of my life.
Yeah,
So,
I know how that goes.
but I have a really great neighbor that has a really great pressure washer. So I'm going to see if I can borrow his maybe this weekend.
Cool.
And get it fleshed and get it going. So
Wow.
I'm excited about that.
That is exciting.
Yep.
It's cool. It's cool to hone your skills to, even the thing that you've already figured out.
Right.
And like, hey, I think this might be better.
Right. I mean, just try it and see, I mean, it's not going to mess it up.
Right. What's the worst that can happen?
Right.
Now, I mean, I don't think you'd want to use the pressure washer on, say, your sheepskin, right? Isn't that
No, that would be way too strong.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
for a sheep hide or deer hide or, small game like a bobcat, or it's just way too thin. And that's why I like doing the cow hides better. Like, you would think the cow hides would be harder because they're big and they're heavy.
It seems more forgiving, though.
It's more forgiving, and that weight works to your advantage. It stays on the table better. It's not going willy-nilly all over the place,
Right.
So I kind of like the cow hides the best. So,
Well, I have a, so again, we have all these sheep, and like, as I sit back and assess, like, what do we need? What do we don't need? Like, I came close to just being done with the sheep.
well, let me know if you're ever close to done with them. I might take them off your hands.
Well, then I thought more about it. I'm like, but they don't cost me anything.
Right.
I have zero time into the sheep.
Right.
I
They're
don't feed
very
them
low
anything.
maintenance.
Right. I mean, I look at their eyes every now and then. Everybody's good, But I have 3 rams that I want to go to butcher this year. And the one so they were sired by, a ram that was sired by your ram. They came out of, because we had Harry here last year. Harry was born out of one of your rams when Mary was at your place.
Harry was born out of one of my rams. Okay, and then my chocolate ram was here. You had my.
I don't remember.
Okay, so my main ram that I'm using right now, he's out of my black belly mama. He's like a chocolate color.
Okay.
He was here.
Okay, see, I forgot that.
Your multicolored
Yes.
sheep that you have out there came out of my black belly ram.
And I knew he was black belly. I knew he had black belly. So
So I think that was the last ram that you had here.
so I must have sold Harry longer
You
ago.
sold Harry before
In the
my
spring
black
last
belly
year.
ram came over
Okay.
here. Yeah.
So that would be why I borrowed your ram then.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's big now.
He's big, and I love his coat.
Yeah.
He was so ugly. He was hideous, Jenny. When he was born, I was like, oh my gosh. It looked like an alien. He is hideous. He is so pretty now. Like, I love his coat. He's got a beautiful mane on his neck. He's definitely like the ram in charge of the three.
Right.
He's got horns though, so I don't want to keep him. But I want his coat when he goes. So I want all three of those processed like this winter sometime.
Yeah.
They'll start turning a year old, I think, in February. I have to look back at my notes, but so I want them processed like around then.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna have to pay you to do his coat because you're good at it.
The sheep hides are easy to do.
Okay.
But they come out better the thicker they are. If you have a sheep that really sheds a lot and really well, those hides, I don't like how they come out as much. Because they're just thin.
And so I have no idea about him because he was just born this year.
Right.
In this past February or March, something like that.
Yeah.
He was the first one on the ground though. So I know
Okay.
he's the oldest of them. So it'll be the soonest. They're just starting to get their winter coats. So I assume he'll have a winter coat when he goes.
That would be when you would want to do that.
Okay.
Yes, when their coats are the thickest. They come out better like that.
Okay. And it'll always stay like that even though he's a hair sheep.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, the ones that I've done have stayed. So.
I'm excited about it. It's such a weird thing to be excited about, but I am. Because he's the only color that I've had.
Right.
I do have one of the other rams. He had more color when he was just a little baby, but he's grown out of that. He's got freckles on his face, but that's not a part of the skin you keep.
Right.
He's funny looking too, honestly.
I have one that's really funny looking too. He's like all multicolored and
Yeah.
he has like, well, I wouldn't really call him horns, but he has like one nub and then like one short little like horn that like goes sideways. He's so ugly.
This freckle one I have, he's got like no earlobes almost.
That no earlobe gene comes from my black belly mama.
Right.
Right, because she has those weird ears.
Funky looking.
Yes.
Like part La Mancha goat or something.
I don't even know.
I don't either.
I don't know where them ears came from.
Yeah, he's ugly too. But this other one is pretty. Anyways, I do have one other. I call her Coco Mocha. She's got a really cool coat. She's got like 2 different kinds of hair.
Okay.
And she has like since she was born. It was like she's cool. I want to keep her. And she's this really pretty color in summer. Now she's got her winter coat, and you can't really see it. But if she has babies next year, with the same kind of coat, that would be a cool one to keep. She looks neat.
So how many sheep do you have right now?
11.
Well, you have 11? Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to sell one ewe because she has horns and I just don't want to keep the gene.
Yeah.
She's all black. And she's been exposed to the ram. So I'll sell her that way as exposed. And then the 3 rams are going to go.
Nice.
And then I'll have to figure out breeding next year with something else. I don't know. Maybe I'll get another ram. But I don't want to keep the same ram over and over again. I just don't.
Yeah, no, we've decided that we'll keep them until granddaughters. And then we'll switch them out.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
That's our plan.
It's a good idea.
That way, I mean, you essentially have them for 2 breeding seasons and you're not having to think about it like all the time.
Right.
You know, and then you have a little bit of time to like look at the rams that you have and really you have more time to decide which one you want to keep.
Right. How fast did they grow? How
Yeah.
big did they grow?
Yeah.
Right. Are they nice temperament, that kind of thing?
Right.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's our plan anyway.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yep.
Nothing else
We'll
new.
see. I mean,
Yep, I know. That's the plan for now. That's how it always is. Like, that's the plan for now.
right.
So we'll see.
We did our best.
We did. Motto for this year, we did our best.
We did our best. That's our motto for this year. That's all you can do.
Yep. So tickets for convention will go on sale soon.
Soon. We're hoping.
Yeah.
We're really trying to tie up some loose ends for some information from our vendors and workshop leaders and stuff like that before we really officially launch the website. So
Yeah.
it's coming.
It's coming. You know what I do want to ask for, though?
What?
So we had a whole bunch of people after last year's convention quickly say, I want to help next year. I want to help next year. If you want to help, you can go to the website.
Yes.
And there's a link at the bottom. I think it's in the footer.
It is.
That says, I want to help or volunteer or something like that. So you can click that link and answer a few questions. We'll send you an email.
Yep.
We could probably start collecting helpers.
Yeah, because it's a great way to be able to enjoy the convention free. So what we did last year with our volunteers was we just asked them that they volunteer for half a day, and then you get the other half of the day to mosey around the convention and listen to speakers and do some shopping. And so it's a great way to get in for free.
Yeah, and we need a lot more this year.
We need volunteers.
Yeah, we do. We need help. All right, guys. Well, I guess on that note,
yeah,
we'll talk to you next time.
All right, sounds good. Bye, y'all.